In this tutorial, we are going to look at a very important aspect of CAC registration, which is name substitution. If you are familiar with CAC, you might have come across a query that says that similar name already exists. Maybe after the name has been approved, you filed it for registration and you are told that similar name exists, that you should do name substitution, that you should replace the name via name substitution. One of the major causes inadequate search from you and even the approving officer for name reservation, because I see no reason why a name after being submitted and for search, they search through their system and approve it, and now when you file it and make payment for the filing fee, it is queried. In some instances, you see that it has already been approved, and maybe before it moves to registered, an officer goes through it again, review it and query it that similar name already exists. That is the common situation where you need to do name substitution. But there are other situations, as we are going to see in this video. So if you are getting value for this, kindly subscribe, turn on the notification icon so that when I make new upload, you'll be notified and you'll be among the first person to watch it. It also helps YouTube to show these videos to more people. It increases the algorithm. We are going to know what name substitution is and then when we need to do it. Just as the name is substitution, is to replace a previously approved name that is under registration. So this is only for businesses, company, NGO, limited partnership, limited liability partnership, incorporated trustee that has been approved but is still to be registered. It has not been registered, it has not been approved to be registered. So those are the ones that you can do name substitution. If it is already approved and registered, it is no longer name substitution. It is now post incorporation filing, and that is where you do name change. So the process of replacing a previously reserved or queried business or company name with a new name, usually before completing the final registration or incorporation. Yes, before it is completed. When is name substitution needed? Yes, we need to know this so that we won't make mistake. You reserve the name but no longer want to use it and prefer another one. Yeah, there are instances like that. The number one is what is preferred, and then they go ahead and maybe number one is not available. That is the option one is not available. Then you go ahead. They approve the second one, which is not the preferred, and the person said that he doesn't even like the second one, you want to change it. Yes, at that point, before you file it for final registration, you can do name substitution. Then CAC rejected the name at the registration stage and you're asked to provide a substitute. Yes, there are instances where the name will be queried. Most people that do the reservation, they are not the senior staff, you get. So, but the registration is the senior staff. So at this point of registration, they can go through their record and then see that the name may deceive people for a previously registered name. So it will be queried for you to do name substitution. Oh, you made an error in the spelling or arrangement of the name. So these are another situation where you may need to do name substitution. Assuming you reserve the name and you discover that there's an error in the approved name, you can do name substitution and correct the error. Please allow the name to be approved first. If you discover it before the approval, allow it to be approved, because an ongoing name reservation you cannot do substitution for it. It should be approved because you need to search it. It is only those that have been approved or registered that you see in the system. Then you want to replace an existing reserved name with a better or more brand friendly alternative. Yes, there are situations where maybe what the client preferred so much, you did a search and it's not available. You maybe hurriedly chose a name, and after you applied it has been approved, you reach out to him and he say, no, I don't even like this name, can I change it? Yes, you can change it at that moment and then you do name substitution. Now the cost of name substitution is same as the cost of the reservation of that category. So if name reservation for business name is 1,000, maybe 500 as it is, then if you are doing name substitution, it will still be for business name and it's still 500. If you are doing for incorporated trust, still reservation is 5,000 and name substitution will still be 5,000. Now, when you can't do name substitution, yes, this is important because some persons have wrongly used name substitution and it has cost them a lot. It has cost them time, it has cost them their resources. Now, when your registration is already approved, yes, you filed it and it was approved, you can't do name substitution. Now, when the query is on nature of business, not registrable under the present category, assuming you applied for a business name and they tell you that the object is not registrable as a business name but as company limited by shares, you can't do name substitution. Yes, if you start a registration as a business name, you can't change it to company. You must finish it as a business name and vice versa. Now, query, maybe for a query that is asking you that the object, as I've stated, is registrable under company, that you should register it under company. Some people will go and do name substitution. You do a name substitution and it will be company under business name. The form doesn't change. The form still remains business name. So you can't do name substitution for this. Rather, you do name. No, you can't do name substitution here. You can just register a company. We'll be looking at how to carry out name substitution. Now, the requirements, if it has met the what we've said about when to carry out a name substitution, maybe it is reserved, yeah, it has not been registered, it is under queried, and if you are doing name substitution, if it's still under queried, allow the name to be approved before you mark as resolved. Because if you mark, then if everything is correct, there are some that may query a name and someone else will come and approve it. You get? So if you made a mistake, it will be approved and it has not been corrected. So allow it to be approved before you mark as resolved. So you are going to have the approved name, reservation code for those that are within 60 days, then the new name. These are what you are required to have. And then procedure, you are going to log into the account used in reserving the name. This is very important because I've seen some person that a client gave out a particular registration to do and the client is delaying. So because the name is already reserved by that initial agent, they go and create account or use an agent account and then do name substitution for that name. When you do name substitution for that, it will not change in the original agent account that was used in reserving it. You get? So it must be in that account used in reserving it. Then you start new name reservation. Yes, just like new name reservation. Then reason for availability search, you just choose name substitution. So this is just the difference. For new registration, you just choose new incorporation. But here is name substitution. On this note, I'm going to show you the practical steps of doing this as you log into the agent account. So when you are logged in, you just have to log in. So when you are logged in to the account where the name, assuming so this is what is being queried. So let's say this is queried like this is being queried to change the name. So if I don't have the availability code, I will copy the name. Then I'll go to dashboard. I'll click on new name reservation. Then I'll select. So that is a business name. We are still going to choose a business name. So that is very, very important. Yes. You can see this is a business name. We are doing for this business name. If you have the availability code, good and fine. You should know how to get your availability code and you copy out the availability code. Now there are instances where you won't see this approval note, so you make do with the name. So for this one, this is a company. Assuming you want to do name substitution for this, so you just come to your dashboard, new name reservation, Since there is a company, we select company again, then private company, limited by shares. That must be it. Alright, so this is where you enter the new name. So let's say I want to do limited. So you enter the name, the correct name, assuming this is for mistake, you enter the correct name, or you enter a different name, assuming it is queried for you to change the name, then you save and continue, or you do modification of the name. So this is reason for availability. Under objective, you now select name substitution. If you select name substitution, you are going to search by company name availability code. So you just put the availability code. You can see it brings it out. Then you can now save and continue. Then you can see it, Leo Agency Limited, company, private company. You can see the reason name substitution. Then you click on save and continue. Then you go and make payments. If you make payments, then when you come back here, you know how to make payments. So when you come back here, it will change. It will change here because it has been approved. Now for the maybe like this that has been queried, all you need to do, maybe if you don't have the availability, then you copy it out. When you copy it out, you click on new name reservation. Then since it's a business name, we are going to select business name too. If it's sole proprietor, you select sole proprietor. Then you enter the new name. So it's the new name. So let's say you want to use this. Then you click on save and continue. So under this objective, you select the reason, name substitution. Under this search, you type the name. You can see it brings it out. Then you select it. Then you can select the nature of business. Assuming it's general merchandise. Then you save and continue. So you can see in this you selected the nature of business, but in company you don't select, you just move on. Then you save and continue, then make payments, and when it is approved, you come here, you see that it has changed, then you now mark as resolved and it will be registered, it will be approved. So that's how to do a name search. Do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, like, and share so that YouTube will show it to more people.